Welcome back, everybody, to Overreaction Monday as we're coming off of Championship Sunday. And yes, guys, you know what that means. We only got one more game left of the season. I know it hurts and it's not everybody's favorite Super Bowl matchup, but hey, let's enjoy it while it lasts because we got a long off season coming up. But today we're going to be talking about a particular juggernaut. All right. But as always, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that sub button, guys, before we get into this video. So today, my overreaction, guys, is as long as Patrick Mahomes is healthy and alive and playing for the Chiefs own the AFC until further notice, all right? Until he sells the to somebody else or Andy Reid may retire from coaching. That's the other possible thing that may dethrone the Chiefs. Until then, the Chiefs are going to continue to own the AFC. So right now, Patrick Mahomes has I think 7 starting seasons, if I remember correctly off the stats I've read. He has 7 starting seasons. 5 of those, he's made the Super Bowl. 5. This is his 5th one making it to the Super Bowl. He's lost 1. He's won 3. And he's in his 7th season, basically, starting. He has a chance of winning his 4th Super Bowl. This is complete dominance on a scale we've only seen maybe with the Patriots, with Tom Brady and Belichick. But even at this point, I think the Chiefs dynasty is starting to look a lot bigger, a lot better if they're able to win, obviously, in this Super Bowl coming up. That's just my thing. I don't think as long as Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are paired together that they can be beat at this point. Everyone keeps saying that this is different Chiefs. They're not as good. They're barely winning games, and they continue to get it done. I think that the Chiefs own the AFC. They signed it. They bought it. Now theirs. What do you think?
I mean, did we expect anything different, right? We saw the Super Bowl logo. We saw the colors that were there. We saw the Doritos commercial showing that, hey, we're going to have a commercial for the Super Bowl like we always do. But guess what? The Chiefs are in it. I mean, that kind of gave it away there, right? I totally understand. Chiefs own the AFC. They've owned it for the past, 4 or 5 years already. It's been crazy. But the past 3 years, back to back, and now to back, we have Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl, and they could do something that no other team has ever done before. Whether it's legit, whether it's not, as long as Taylor Swift is still going out with Travis Kelce, they still have a juggernaut of a team that plays a huge factor. I'm tired of seeing them as a football fan. I could appreciate the game because they're not a bad football team, obviously. They're going to the Super Bowl. They have great coaching. I'm a head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. They played everything up to a T. And when you look at this game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, I feel like that's what separated the two teams. It's not so much the talent. I do feel like the Kansas City Chiefs have more talent on their team than the Buffalo Bills. But what really separated the two was coaching. And one thing I've been preaching all season long is the offensive coordinator position for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, he's good. Is he great? I don't think so. I think the offensive play calling was very predictable, and you can't do that against a well-renowned defensive coordinator with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's been in the big game plenty of times. He stopped you from getting into the big game plenty of times. I like Josh Allen. I like the Bills. I want to see them into the Super Bowl. They're so close, like they were year after year. But at the end of the day, they were just simply outcoached and at times out-disciplined. The Chiefs were way more disciplined than the Bills this game, which cost them a lot as well. So Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. Who's surprised? I don't think anyone's surprised. Are they beatable? I think they are. But the Kansas City Chiefs just have oil in all wheels right now. They look like they're too good to stop.
Yeah, man. It's hard to agree with it that the Chiefs will be the team to make the Super Bowl every single year from now on, basically. Obviously, there is possibly one team that could come along and, soil it, every other word. But at this point in time, the Chiefs are just that much better than every single team that they played against in the playoffs, whether it's the Buffalo Bills, whether it is the Texans, whether it is the Baltimore Ravens in other years, whether it's whoever comes out of the blue in the AFC and actually plays well that year. Really, it's just coaching. I think that's what it is. Mahomes is good, but coaching is the key. Mahomes is not the one who calls the plays, but him and Andy Reid are just exactly aligned. And I've said this to people where it's literally the play call, and then Mahomes just like follows it. It's really what it is. He makes great decisions. He makes great plays. Him and Andy Reid are just one mind at this point in time. Same thing with Spagnuolo and the defense. As long as Spagnuolo's there and the Chiefs have a defense that can stop other offenses pretty often, it's going to be hard for anybody else to win. So if anybody is trying to soil this for the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl at least one more time, they need to try to get Spagnuolo away from that organization. If Spagnuolo leaves, I think that the offense of the Chiefs needs to develop a lot more with the players that they have and have a lot more talent on that side of the ball. But with the defense that they have, they can virtually stop whoever they want at this point in time. We'll see if the Eagles can surmount that mountain.
We will see. I don't think Spagnuolo is going anywhere. I think he enjoys winning Super Bowls way too much at this point. But yeah, it's going to be tough going for anybody to try to topple them. They can have a chance to three-peat here in 2 weeks from now, and they have a chance to go into another Super Bowl year after that and the year after that, as long as they're able to keep their core together and keep the important players together. They can really do a lot of damage here in the next few years. But let us know down in the comments if you disagree with any of us. Do you think, this is the year that the Eagles are going to topple them, and then the next year, that's finally going to be the year where the Chiefs are no longer the Chiefs? But let us know down in the comments if you disagree. As always, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button to enjoy everything NSP as we go into the offseason. And as always, keep on grinding.